take what you're seeing on the internet with a grain of salt, because there is a lot of magic, and there is a lot of adjustments that can be made, you know, like, and I'm glad people are spotting that, because I think years ago, like when people were doing playthrough videos and people were doing like stuff like that, you would think that this is like done true and this is the actual audio, but they're just miming a playthrough, or like they're not, or the audio is edited and it's adjusted and everything else like that. So, or then I also tell people, I'm like, you know, you also don't know what's going on behind the scenes with the musician. You don't know how long they've been practicing this thing for. They could be practicing this thing for literally 3 months. And then what you're seeing is you're seeing the final take. You didn't see all the videos that are deleted on their phone or all the videos that are deleted off their camera. Because like, I've even done that. Like I'll take a video thinking, I'm like, oh, I got this part nailed and I can't wait to post it on the internet. And then I watch it, I'm like, this is not as good as I want it to be. And then it takes me a couple more days to finally get it. But you're seeing the end result. You're not seeing the stuff that I've done before that to get myself there. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go pick up my guitar, play one of my own solos, nail it one take, and here's the video. Yes, you're consuming it in that sense, and we're making up this own story, but you don't know what's happening like all that time behind the scenes. You don't know how much time I'm spending practicing it. You don't know how many video takes I've taken. You don't know how many you don't know if the audio is real or not, or whatever it may be. Like, you know, it's like, oh, it's just you're just putting your faith and your trust that, oh yeah, this is honest and authentic. So I try to like I try to demystify a lot of that with my students, where it was like explaining to them, like, just take everything with a grain of salt, and even if it is true to what you think it is, also try to be mindful of like what has gone on to accomplish that. Because if someone's playing something super challenging and technical and whatever it may be, like you have to put in work to get there, and it wasn't just like it just fell in their lap and they're able to accomplish it. It was very much like a lot of time, effort, and ability to focus on that. And like, when I see it from that light, it makes it way more empowering, because then it's just like, oh, I just need to spend time working on this and I can accomplish this sort of stuff. So it makes it way more, you know, you kind of get what you give. Like if you put in a lot of practice and working towards something, you will achieve better results most likely. It's not some sort of like, some people have it and some people don't, because people have told me that my entire career of playing guitar. It's like, oh, it's, you know, some people just have it, some people don't. And I'm like, I find that absolutely bullshit. Like, I'm sorry, and I'm not gonna live in a world where it's just like, oh, well, you either got it or you don't. Like, yes, maybe some people are more prone to learning quicker, or they have a better ability to understand it a lot faster. But like, I think it removes the idea that people can actually put the work into if they want to, and removing that and just going based off of this like by chance gift, if you will, just makes it not fun, and it's just not a world that I'm looking to create, where it's like, oh, either you got to roll the dice, either some people have it and some people don't, and I choose not to believe that. And again, maybe that's ignorant, but for me, it's just, that's not a world I want to live in. So I just see what I see on the internet as trying to take it for what it is and try to understand what it is, and if they are accomplishing the thing that I'm looking to accomplish, then like they're no different than me. They just spend more time practicing this thing. And I tried to explain it to my students in a plethora of ways, because they would get so bummed out by like, I can't play this at full speed. It's just like, that's okay. Like, just take your time. There's no reason to rush to get to that. Or this is not as good as someone else's video. And just like, someone else's video has nothing to do with you. Someone else's content, someone else's song, someone else's, what they're doing has nothing to do with you. And just be excited at the fact that like, you can play this part, or you can learn this song, or you have the courage to even turn the camera on and film yourself doing that. Like, that's a win. You know what I'm saying? Like, a win to be able to like have, again, the vulnerability of like opening up your phone, taking your camera, filming yourself, watching it, going, this is good enough, and then putting it online for the world to see. Like, that's a lot of courage, and that takes a lot of skill. And even if you make a mistake and someone wants to like criticize you for that mistake, it's just like, that's okay. Like, to me, it rolls off me a lot of times, because it's like, it took me a lot of effort to be able to accomplish this, and you're just gonna like criticize that? I don't care. Like, because there's a lot more wins happening there that I could have not done. I could have been like, not even open up the camera because I'm like, I don't want to document myself. Or I could have watched the video and been like, this is not good enough, so I'm just gonna delete it. Or have the video and hold on to it and just never post it and only show it to like my 4 friends that know that they're gonna say good things about it anyway. Like, I put myself out there and showed it to people that may have the ability to rip into it or criticize it or say negative things. And I think that just kind of goes back to that like vulnerability of just kind of putting yourself out there like with no armor. And I think that is a skill in and of itself, regardless if you made a mistake and you didn't slide, or you missed a hammer on, or one of the notes was out of tune, or the bend was not perfect. Like, fuck off. Like, just put up a video, play guitar, enjoy it. And if someone wants to say something, like, they have bigger problems. That if you're gonna watch someone put up a video and just go, I gotta say something negative about this, instead of seeing like all the positive things about this and all like the things that it takes to do this. Because again, if I see something that I don't like, my first thing is like, shut up. You know, like, keep your goddamn mouth shut. Like, it doesn't really serve the world. It doesn't help anyone, because I, as a musician, I don't want to tear down another musician. Like, that doesn't help anybody. Yeah, to me, I just like see these people, just because the fact they're like armchair philosophers who've never played a note a day in their life, just be like, I gotta say all my thoughts because of the fact that I have a Spotify account.
That qualifies.
Yeah, that qualifies me as an expert, because I've listened to music, and it's like,
yeah.
Oh, nice. I've been to so many restaurants. I couldn't cook you a nice fucking filet mignon. I'm sorry.
I have an amazing lamb massaman curry sat in my kitchen right now. Just to change the subject that I cooked. Completely. Yeah, I'm proud of it, and I had to share it. There you go. That's me share. Although, to be fair, no one's going to taste that, so I could just be lying. It's all
right.
going in. It's all